shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast. And that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes. Pieces is a form of art. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast. And that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
everybody. Oh boy, I'm so happy to be back in this booth. Up here in BACC Sports, of course, this is Andy up here in BACC Sports with BACC Sports. Alongside my sidekick for a long time, we got the natural team back together. Tommy Ebert.
Woo!
What's up, Tommy?
The boys that started it all, and I've been working on Mondays with the Vets League over at TDR. I've been building up my confidence. I'm getting a little more excited, trying to be a little more like you were back when we were the dynamic duo. We got to upgrade your microphone, man. We've upgraded the capabilities up here in the booth, and that microphone, we got to get you one of those really good ones with the foam thing on it.
With the foam thing, I'm not sure. The foam thing, I don't need a foam thing. I mean, I've got this microphone now, and of course this one's great for what I'm doing now. But of course I have this microphone, and that's the whole reason why they booted me out of the BACC Sports TDR booth. I've gone to the dark side, and I won't do it tonight. Got to keep it clean. Got to keep it simple, right? But man, I'm excited about this one. This one is. Something, man. It's hard to explain. I'm so excited about it because of what it is and who it's for and what it's for. Right, Tommy, explain what we got going on tonight, man.
Absolutely. We are going to go 200 miles tonight, 100 laps at the virtual Michigan International Speedway on the iRacing service for one of the greatest causes that we work for, in my opinion, is autism, right? The TDR group was founded around Tyler Daniels, who has autism. So this evening we're raising money for a park that is in New York, the state where he lives, that he's able to visit, and it is an autism-specific, or I believe a sensory-specific nature trail for people that are differently abled, and sometimes need something a little different than what's provided by the community.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome, right? They have different sensory stations. This is a unique part of the park, right? I have trouble saying the name of the park. So that's why I don't say it, but it's like Letchworth State Park.
That's correct. Letchworth State Park in New York.
Okay. And so it's like 15 minutes from Tyler's house. Okay. So this is something that, and they have the Autism Nature Trail as part of this state park. And it's something that Tyler or any special needs people can utilize, enjoy nature in a way that's fitting to them, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's a phenomenal thing. I'm so excited to be partnered with them tonight, and because of that, we're going 200 miles.
That's a long way.
Here at Michigan before the Autism Nature Trail. And before we get into the race and all that, if anybody out there listening that hasn't already, we thank everybody so far for the great donations that have come in. BACC Charities.com. Whether it's $5, $10, whatever you can give. This is such a great cause that if you can spare anything, please do. Anything we collect up until the end of the race tonight, we'll go towards that. We have some awesome giveaways, so we're going to have to start doing early. We got quite a few.
We have a ton of giveaways and a ton of donators that are already on my wheel that I will spin when the time is to give one away. These prizes and this wheel, you can donate during this race. As we tick off prizes, you can still add your name. And I'm telling you right now, you want to get your name added before we give away that BACC barbecue gift set.
And don't hesitate, right? And don't wait until we're starting to give it away, because at this point, I can no longer check the website, right? I have to check my email, which is delayed. So get your donations in now, so that it's not a 15-minute wait on your email and you missed out on that great BACC barbecue gift set, right?
Yeah, you want to go ahead and just give one away right now to everyone who got their money in early and see if we can put a name to one of these prizes?
Let's do it right now. Right now.
First prize on the list is a model car belonging to Davey Allison, historic NASCAR driver. Andy, you're probably old enough to remember him on track.
Yeah, I remember. I do remember Davey Allison, but you would probably too, Tommy. I'm not that much older than you.
The wheel is spun. Greg Brazeau is taking home that model car.
Awesome, Greg Brezzo, who can't. Here's another. More could it be a more fitting person to win the first prize? Right here's a gentleman. He's donated. He can't race tonight. He usually races on a normal basis with us, but he is helping women's college hockey tonight. Up in Canada. He just
Out there doing
finished
good
off.
things.
He just finished off his season with coaching junior girls hockey, where he took two teams because one of the coaches left their kids and he stepped up to take the kids. And that boy is a busy man, but he didn't stop or he didn't hesitate to drop some dollars to the Autism Nature Trail. So
Yeah, he's one of the good ones. He does a lot of community outreach. He said coaching, the local municipal team and all that. For those of you listening, if you work in your local community, talk to them about one of these Autism Nature Trails in your own community, because the one that we're raising money for tonight is one of very few in the country.
yeah, as far as I know, it's the only one, but I have no idea. I'm not up on them, but
I did a little bit of research, and there are two. I don't recall where the other one is, but that's very few within a nation this large. So if you are donating tonight for this park in New York, reach out to people and see if you can get something like this done in your community, especially if autism has affected your life.
absolutely. Also, Tommy, I know I put a teaser out there earlier today about this as well. There's so many exciting things about tonight, right?
It's a big night. It's a big night.
But we have a guest with us tonight as well.
We certainly do. A longtime friend of mine, similar to you having Justin on your podcast. We go way back. Hosts a podcast called Film Heat, and tomorrow night they're actually having a sister fundraiser event for the same cause. Same link, BACCCharities.com, and what they do over there, and I'll let Argo elaborate, but it's kind of like a bracket-style elimination, narrowing down a category of films until they pick a winner. Is that right, Argo?
That is correct.
I
So we
love your
got
broadcast
from my understanding here is we you have one coming up with that is racing themed, correct?
Yes, sir. Tomorrow night we will have 6 racing themed movies that we will be putting head to head in a bracket style elimination until we determine who is the best of the category.
Now, we don't want any spoilers, and we want everyone to tune in tomorrow to find out what you guys think is the best racing movie. Days of Thunder is on this list, guys. Make sure you tune in and find out where it ranks with some guys. I believe your group's not really into racing as our niche community is. What's it like watching 6 racing movies and not being as closely tied to the sport as we are?
Well, a lot of these movies kind of go back, whether they're specific to a category or not, and we like to hold our audience's nostalgia to the flames to find
Yes.
out which of their favorite movies is the champion.
Kind of which one holds up over time.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Awesome.
I know people. I know a
Nostalgia
lot.
there.
I know a lot of unfollows you'll get if Days of Thunder doesn't win.
Talked about that, and the racing community agrees hands down Days of Thunder is number 1 no matter what.
Well, see, the thing with our show is it's a podcast, but we do it live on Twitch, and we like the audience to get in the chat and give us their votes. When we do the main bracket, chat gets 1 vote up against us, but then everything that loses goes down into a losers bracket, and we speed round that. We take all votes individually from chat. So
What
they
you
can
guys heard?
potentially outnumber us in the end and bring something they want back at the very end.
What you guys just heard is that everyone needs to go to twitch.tv/filmheat tomorrow. You guys go at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, right?
That is correct.
So everyone at TDR, all the followers of Back Sports, Back Talk, everything we do over here, we love you. Go over there and make sure Days of Thunder is number 1.
There you go. And we are just to keep everybody updated, we did go live a little earlier tonight since we had so much to cover. We are under 30 minutes of practice with 13 minutes remaining. They'll have the drivers will have 5 minutes of qualifying, and we'll go green about 8:35. So just keep everybody up to date as far as what we got going on. Yes, I think that's going to be awesome. I'll make sure I'm gonna try and tune into that and make sure that I tell you that Days of Thunder is on there. Are we allowed to give away what the other films are?
We'll leave that up to Argo. Can we release the other films? We have a list.
Give me 2 seconds.
2.
So you got your favorite, Days of Thunder from 1990, Fast and the Furious from 2001. You have the original Gumball Rally from 1976, Death Race 2000, which came out in 1975, another fan favorite, Talladega Nights 2006, and then an incredible ride, unexpectedly, was the Speed Racer movie from 2008.
Yeah, when I saw that one on the list, I was like, huh, I wouldn't have even thought of that movie. But when the way you guys measure movies, I mean, it could be up there.
And no Herbie.
And I'm sure, yeah, some of you are probably thinking, oh, you didn't put this or you didn't put that.
Of course.
We can always do it again.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
no Herbie.
I'll put her on the next one just for you, Andy.
No love bugs. No love bugs for anybody.
And we forgot to mention, I will actually be guest hosting on their show tomorrow night with that sister fundraiser. So again, guys, tune in. Show me some support. Make sure my favorite movie is represented well in the chat, right?
Yeah, Tommy coming into our booth.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And I just checked in. I just checked in with your booth, and Tweakalicious, who's on your podcast, says you're doing a great job over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the chat real quick. Dustin Valduzen, who is driving tonight and not in the booth, and you guys are used to hearing his voice on Monday nights with the Veterans League. He gets to get some track time. That's actually who we're looking at on the track right now. Says, let's have some fun. Film Heat, let's go. I wonder who put that one in there, Argo. Jay Downham, welcome everyone. Tweakalicious, you said that's part of your group there. Says ye. Sharon O'Neill, who is with us every broadcast, and I can't thank her enough for tuning in every single broadcast. Vets broadcast every Monday night. She's there cheering on the guys. Sharon, hello. Thank you for joining us again. She says, hello, everyone. Big shout out to my brothers, Jim and Jay. Good luck to you both. Cotterman iRacing team. Looking forward to this. Tweakalicious says, hype.
Yeah, hype.
Cotterman retracted a stuff. Film Heat says, my boy Tommy. Janelle Valduzen is out there cheering on her husband. Dustin tonight says, good evening, everybody. Big Womp. Big there Womp. It is. Says vroom vroom. Chuck made a donation. Thank you, Chuck, for your donation. We appreciate that.
We will add that name to the list.
Big Womp. Woo, go Argo. And Tweakalicious again, yay, Argo. Film Heat says Death Race 2000 for sure. No Herbie. I'm telling you, we need the Herbie. I love bugs on the grill of every car from Big Womp. And Argo chiming in too. There's more than one. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. Tommy, we got to get some stuff out of the way as usual, right? So why don't we go ahead and get that out of the way now, since we have so much to cover tonight. Are you ready, sir?
I am ready. We got about 8 minutes left in practice. You guys see a handful of cars up on the track putting down times. They're all looking tight. As Andy alluded to, we do have some things we have to do. So we have several sponsors tonight, a whole host of people that have already donated, and a big list of prizes to run through. What would you like me to touch on first, Andy?
Well, the first one I'm going to touch on is I'm going to do this one purposefully because I know you didn't do your homework yet. And that is Murray County Speedway in Minnesota.
Murray County Speedway. So you're right. I didn't have any time to do my homework tonight. So I know it's in Murray County, and I know it's a speedway, and I know our good friend Dustin is part of the management team over there. They are a great sponsor of this event. And every Friday on IMCA TV, they will be broadcasting races starting on the 13th, and these are actual races from Dustin's track. So if you know him from the broadcast, you know kind of how much he's involved in the real life motorsports world. Go check him out on IMCA TV every Friday starting after May 13th, unless of course BACC Sports is doing something on Friday, but Dustin will be here for that.
And Murray County Speedway with their fantastic donation will also be our Victory Lane sponsor tonight. So thank you to them.
Great to have another real world track sponsoring Victory Lane again.
Absolutely. Next up, the guys we're already talking to, Film Heat.
Yeah, Film Heat, a little podcast that goes on where they do a bracket-style elimination of particular films within a genre. Bunch of guys hanging out that are really into movies, love watching them, and really know how to talk about them and dissect the elements to come to their final conclusion. Anything you want to add about Film Heat? Argo?
Just come out and add to the fun, and we'll continue to try to raise money for this Autism Nature Trail.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we go live on YouTube, obviously. You guys are on Twitch. How can them people find you on Twitch? How do you like and follow over there?
It's pretty easy. You just go to twitch.tv/filmheat, and you just follow. Maybe wait until we go live to subscribe, and we'll shout you out.
Yeah, exciting stuff over there. I can't wait to be in the booth on your program tomorrow night as we do a racing themed bracket style elimination of movies. I think all the racers that are listening now have a very popular opinion. We'll see which one wins. Tune in, come out there, guys. Check me out on what they do. What they do is awesome. It's going to be a ton of fun, just like we're having here right now.
And we appreciate them for jumping on board, and as well as helping out the charity, collect some money for the Autism Nature Trail. I think that's fantastic. I think it's a great partnership that has happened here.
Yeah, and Argo mentioned it earlier. There may be more racing movie or maybe automotive movie brackets. Maybe we do get Herbie and the Love Bug or whatever it's called, old timer, up on the list.
I brought that one up. I only brought that one up because somebody said it to me, and I don't remember who said it to me. In fact, I think it was one of our podcast guys said Herbie. It may have been Justin. Was it Justin?
I don't recall your broadcast, and that's a really good segue into your podcast. It's a little different over there. It's not what we're used to seeing up here in the booth. It's a little less family-friendly language, but it's still a great time talking about topics that span the whole spectrum of things anyone could be interested in. You want to say a little bit about how we can find you over on BACC Talk?
Yeah, so BACC Talk is actually here on BACC Sports. If you want to see the video part of the podcast, you can also hit us on Apple, Spotify, iHeart, a couple others. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have a Twitter post out tonight. Find us at BACC Talk, BACC Talk on Twitter. Retweet our post and follow us. If we get 10 followers and 10 retweets on our post about tonight's event, we will donate from BACC Talk $100 to the Autism Nature Trail. 10 retweets, 10 new followers. And I see 13 people right now in our chat. So that should be easy to do. But anyway, BACC Talk is a podcast that is not for everybody, but is for some. We like to have a lot of fun. We like to... The way I like to describe it, it is for a mature audience done by 4 to 5 immature men. We like to have fun. We have good laughs, and we will use some cuss words from here. And
Yeah, it's good stuff. I enjoyed the format. It was free form conversation, four cool dudes hanging out talking about stuff they're passionate about.
If you want to know what we're talking about, is what we've got a call out to a wrestling promoter who hates pro wrestling, and we want him to put on a wrestling show against us. We'll do a charity event. We talked about Will Smith and Chris Rock a little bit. We talked about injuries in baseball. When was the last time you cried? So we're not over the top. We just like to have fun and laugh. And of course, my rapping career, my time as a rock star in Peanut Butter Playground. So these are all good things that you need to check out. Check us out on any of your favorite podcast places, as well as here on BACC Sports. And I'll move us on to...
We have one last sponsor who donated our grand prize this...
No, we have two more.
Oh, I've only got one more on my list, so let me go ahead and mention adminbox.com.
Well, I'm not on that one. I already changed the graphic.
Oh, well, I didn't know we had graphics for everything.
Are you feeling hungry? Are you feeling hungry?
I am. Is this... The thing I want my girlfriend to win. Yeah, BACC Barbecue, and I'll let Andy elaborate on this. This is something that he does in his spare time. Great prize to win. I'm really hoping my girlfriend wins it because I would love it. What does BACC Barbecue put up?
BACC Barbecue is a we have created barbecue sauces as well as our own spices. We will have recipes out there through our Facebook page, videos and such as well. This is something me and my wife have now worked on for over a year and a half, and we are now ready, finally, to launch.
Yes, I went up to Indiana last year and I got a small sample, and it is good stuff. It is good barbecue. I think I had some rubbed pork. Might have been ribs.
Yeah, and you've had the sauce. We brought the sauce to Alabama.
I don't even remember Alabama. Let's not talk about that. I was in a rap battle. You fell in a hole. That was a whole mess of a trip.
But we are finally ready to launch our line of barbecue sauces, spices, and rubs. BACC Barbecue. The slogan is "Sauce Your Meat." And so, yes, that is something we will be having a prize pack from BACC Barbecue as one of our giveaways tonight.
Heck
Last
yeah,
up, now you can talk about them, Tommy, the big one.
The big one. So, for some of you, this is a very iRacing specific gift or prize, and I thought about it earlier today, and not necessarily so. So Donald Fisher, a good friend of the charity and the Tyler Daniels Racing Group, runs adminbox.com. So if you're in iRacing, you know what an admin box is. If you're not in iRacing, this is still an awesome prize. It is a USB box with a bunch of buttons you can program to do any command you want. I was just thinking of how I could use that in my work life. Like, I just push a button and it brings up an email to these people. Like, it's a useful tool outside of the service.
Anybody in iRacing, okay, this is the top of the line box. In my opinion, from what I have seen, this is the top of the line box. We have a link to all our sponsors in the description for this show tonight for this broadcast. But there's a link to that for the admin box. You've got to see this thing, even if you're not into iRacing, how slick and cool this thing is. This is the top-notch button box for iRacing.
Yeah, and not just work and Windows applications. If you're a gamer, imagine having a box next to you that has like just some quick buttons you can reach over and press, as opposed to fumbling around and there's never enough keys on your keyboard next to your hand, right? You could have a whole nother keyboard with buttons, with little labels on them that say what they do. I mean, this really is a quality product from a quality company. Adminbox.com. If you don't win the one tonight, go check them out because it might be something you need in your life.
Absolutely.
Well,
That takes care of that, Tommy.
Yeah, I was going to say we started 15 minutes early and still barely had enough time to talk about everything we wanted to talk about. We are in qualifying. Let's go through the roster and take a look at some of these lap times.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. I have some broccoli in the microwave. Why don't you give away a couple of prizes while you're at it, too?
You know, that's a great idea. As we see a couple lap times going down there, Chris Lockwood looking hot with a 39.15, less than a quarter second separates back to third place. I'm going to go ahead and give something away because this is my favorite part of the show. Argo,
Yes, sir.
when was the last time you had a home phone?
1990 something.
So, the next prize on the prize list is a Davey Allison home phone. I'm sure it's worth money. I'm sure it's a collectible. I would love to see somebody actually using this as a phone. I've got the wheel spinning. I guess you don't have my audio. This wheel makes a very obnoxious noise.
Oh, we can hear it, Tommy.
You can hear it?
Oh, we can hear it.
Mitch Eiding, pick up the phone. It's 1990. You will be taking home this Davey Allison collectible phone. I'm going to get your name put next to it to make sure we get it shipped out to you as soon as we are able. We'll make sure to reach out to you for your address and all that. We will remove Mitch's name from the board. And
An amazing piece of nostalgia.
Absolutely. Somebody could really love this. It might be Mitch. It might be Mitch's niece. You know, his uncle. Or, you know, it's a phone. I don't know what else to say about a phone, but it's probably a really cool prize to somebody. Next one we're giving away, Wally Dallenbach, a name I haven't heard in years.
You said Mitch Eiding won that?
Mitch Eiding won the phone. Is he in need of a home phone?
No, I was just singing M.E. phone home.
Oh my goodness. Well, now he'll be able to from his own home. But the line will be busy because it's a home phone.
What's
So,
up
next prize up.
Tommy?
Wally Dallenbach, historic race car driver, a 124 die-cast car. I'm sure this was a great flea market find, probably worth a little bit of coin. I'm going to spin the wheel as we continue to go through qualifying. Looks like most drivers do have a lap in, and 0.01 seconds separating first and second. Ryan Shelton, guy who brings a tremendous speed. Blair Patterson as well. Those front two are looking pretty good, aren't they, Andy?
Yeah, oh my goodness. Yeah, Blair, top supporter for anybody that doesn't know. Blair Patterson won the TDR Supporter of the Year during our 2021 awards.
Sure did.
Check him out. Not right now, because you're hanging with us. But check him out on Blair Races on Facebook.
I was just going to say a pretty famous person said something about him during the TDR award ceremony.
That is correct. The Herminator decided to give away that award to him. Mr. Kenny Wallace himself.
Yeah, big name in the industry from years gone past, and he's still active in the community. Not as much on track, but he was a force to be reckoned with when he had those tires under him. The Wally Dallenbach diecast car will go to Did It Myself Designs.
There you go. Did it myself.
Did it myself.
Let's take a look at the chat one more time.
Oh, so much to keep up with this evening.
I know it's Mr. Green, one of our vets, who races on Monday nights, rooting for my veteran drivers. Janelle Velduzin chimes in. It is Slayton, Minnesota, where Murray County Speedway is. Slayton, Minnesota. I meant to do some homework as the guys are getting ready to grid up here, and they'll take some pace laps. Janelle, let us know. I think what is it, a quarter-mile track, asphalt track? I know it's an asphalt track, right?
If you could, Janelle, if you know it off the top of your head, get that website down in the link.
Yes, do that too. So, Mr. Green also says, go Ryan and Nathan. Dustin Velduzin, who is on the grid. Hello, guys. Let's go racing. Jim Downham in the race tonight. Hey, everyone. Hope all is well. So, we got Blair Patterson is going to sit on the pole tonight. Mr. Patterson.
1,000th of a second.
Yes, sir. We're going to take a look at some of these cars while they're lining up here. If I can get to... Boy, it's been a minute.
Blair's looking good in that 91. Look at that American flag number on it.
The 91, it's always the 91 out of Blair?
Yeah. See the 99 back there rocking an autism awareness car.
So there, yeah, what has he got? Liquid Death. That is the Liquid Death 91. Out of
Picked up a water sponsor.
Blair Patterson. Ryan Shelton's going to be our number 2. He has the TDR logo along with the autism puzzle pieces riding on his car tonight. He is P2. We've got Chris Lockwood in the 84 who we can't find. Chris Lockwood, if you're here.
God bless live TV.
No Chris Lockwood. Okay, we got a... Well, this is fun. Jay Downham. Well, he's gone too. We don't have anybody. Where do they all go?
No, this ain't good.
There we go.
There they are.
Jim Downham. Always in the back barbecue 28. Jay Downham. He's got some puzzle pieces up there today too on that Dex Imaging 38. Next to, let's see, who is that next to Mr. Trask in his Krusty Burger 17. Then we move on to the 23 of Dustin Velduzin.
Good looking car there.
And the 66 of Mr. Bob Burlew. And I do want to show you the rear of Mr. Burlew's car here in just a second.
I'll never forget that 66.
He's always got a picture of his Beagle on the back of his car.
That is TDR Hero card number 1 right there.
That is correct. And we are off to the races, gentlemen. Man, they took that green flag already. We'll take a look at the rest of the drivers here in a moment. And we've got Blair Patterson, Ryan Shelton leading down. Looks like Shelton's going to take the lead right off the bat from Blair. And what'd they do? A half a lap there, Tommy?
Yeah, just about. I didn't expect them to sort out that quickly. I figured they would be side by side a little bit, but it is kind of a longer event, 100 laps, 200 miles here, so they got to pace themselves a little bit. I guarantee one of those guys was like, you know what? Let them have it. I'm going to settle in, go racing here. We haven't talked about fuel or tires. Do you know how many pit stops they're going to need for fuel tonight?
Nope.
As they go side by side again, we got Ryan Shelton on the outside of Blair Pat. I spoke too soon. And Bob Burlew sneaking into P3 behind these
Bob
two hot
Burlew
rods
up
up
to
front.
P3 already. Jim Dowman up to... Oh, no, he's in 8th. Well, I'm a little rusty. They kicked me out of the booth for my language. So, we got Chris Lockwood. He's falling back to the 16th position. I don't know if he just didn't take the start. Robert Trask is up to 4th.
Look at Robert Trasco, Bob Burlew, some guys who've shown a lot of speed in the regular TDR leagues, came out to play tonight.
You know, Shelton looks like he's really making that outside work and keeping Blair down to the inside. Blair can't quite make the pass. Seems like he's a little faster in the corners, but he can't make the pass on Shelton. He's going to look to the outside, see if he can get some room up there.
Yeah, I think that's where Blair needs to be to get it. Ryan's really holding it down, taking that low line away from him. And the low line's going to be a little harder on tires. So as they've unlocked their door handles, what are we looking at on pit stops for fuel over here?
I have no idea. No idea.
Blair
They
Patterson
are on
to the inside.
But it is 200 miles. They're going to have to pit. I'm going to say that the pit window is probably somewhere around 35, 40, maybe tops of 50 laps.
I think that's accurate, and I know you've run Michigan more than I have. What's tire wear like here? Are tires going to be a factor on these fuel stops?
You know, it would be in past generation cars. The way this tire model is now, and these new cars, excuse me, it's not as bad of wear. I'm going to tell you, Blair right now being on the bottom and not being able to come up top and finish his corners is going to have the harder time with the tires.
Yeah, all that extra steering input on exit.
Yeah, he's going to scrub them off a little bit. Michigan's not a terrible track on tires. They'll be able to go the fuel run on the tires. They're definitely going to want the tires by the time the fuel run comes in.
Yeah, I imagine as the track gets rubbered up and they get some heat in there, they're going to start fading to the high line. And I'll tell you, this battle up front is exciting, and no one loves watching it more than Bob Burlew and that 66 creeping into the picture here.
Yeah, and see that he's just going to watch them race and kind of take his own line, right? Whatever line feels comfortable to him right now. But what I find interesting and what is different, this is a 2 mile track versus like 2.5 miles at, say, Daytona or something. But there's no group pack racing with the draft. So your fuel mileage doesn't get stretched as much at a track like Michigan.
I would see Bob Burlew watching, and I think me personally, when I start a race, 10, 15 laps in, I like being 5th, 3rd, 4th, 5th place and watching the two guys up front because they're qualified. They're not likely to wreck each other. And while I'm taking my time, I'm also taking notes. And I guarantee Bob Burlew right now is studying both of those lines, kind of seeing what works, which car seems more like his. And if he times it right, he might be able to take advantage here when one of the other guys does.
Yeah, absolutely. And Blair is he seems to be the faster car, but he just can't get it off the corner with Shelton running that high line. Blair does seem to be, he's a lot faster on entry, and unless he's able to clear him here, which he could possibly, that he does. Blair does clear him here. He's been faster on entry all night, but he wasn't able to get by. Now he does. Blair Patterson to lead.
Yeah, and I would expect him to stay out there. His car looked a little bit faster. Now he doesn't have to be as frantic trying to get around Ryan. So really just hitting the marks, going through that first pit window of fuel. I think we're going to just be riding along here for a little bit. And if we're riding along, it'd be a great time to give something away, right?
Absolutely. And while you're doing that, I'm going to tell everybody out there how I was completely wrong and not even close to right. The Speedway in Slayton, Minnesota is a 3/8 mile dirt track. It's not asphalt. It's not a quarter mile. I was completely wrong.
Well, to be fair, you're rusty on your track knowledge, so.
Well, the guy I asked to do some homework on it didn't do it, so there was that thing.
We'll let that one slide. Next prize up on the list is the Dale Jr. car. When he was sponsored by Vanilla Wafers, not a very common car. This is a collectible piece. This will be going to Jay Downham.
Jay Downham, congratulations, Mr. Downham. And I guess we should mention that the admin box that we're going to give away tonight is a drivers only prize. They have to be in the race tonight.
Very good, very good. I will bring all the names back to the wheel for that, and we will go through elimination until we land somebody who's manhandling a wheel right now. Argo, you just watched 6 racing movies. You and I are gonna spend some time tomorrow night narrowing down which one your team thinks is the best one. What do you think up there in the booth? Is this the most boring thing you've seen, or do you have a little more interested in it after watching some high octane film?
I'm just waiting for the 3rd place guy to make his move, but I guess I'm for that.
Well, somebody get down to pit road and tell Bob Burlew to step it up. Argo's getting impatient. Do you at least appreciate the crashes? Do you like the carnage?
I love me some racing. I'm actually did a little track time in my younger days. my stepfather was a total piece of crap, but he took me to the track.
Yeah, you got to go out and see some races, smell the smells, the smell of high octane fuel. Was it a dirt track or paved track?
It was usually a paved track.
All right, so you smell hot rubber and race gas. You got it in you.
Oh yeah.
Now I know, and you've got a charity event coming up later in May. You're doing a 24-hour stream, right? So I assume you're playing video games and just being entertaining during this stream.
Yeah, that's just a pure Twitch gaming stream, 24 hours for an extra charity called Extra Life. We're going to be doing just small local New Orleans Children's Hospital thing that May 21st.
Well, we'd love to support charitable efforts over here at BACC Charities and TDR. If I bought you iRacing, could a portion of that 24 hours be racing with the Tyler Daniels Racing family?
It depends. I have to check. There's an actual team that I'm a part of for that, so I have to check with them for sure.
Yeah, you should. You should. I think it'd be entertaining. You've seen it. You're about to review a bunch of movies you watched about racing. I'd like to see you on track.
I've always wanted to race. I just don't have the equipment.
Well, see, we have always wanted to race. We just don't have the money, so we virtually.
That is correct.
Yeah, not much.
Bob Burlew is creeping in here, and he is looking to
See that?
Argo may get his wish.
Take a bite out of Shelton here shortly, because they are Patterson and Shelton are battling, and Bob's just chilling.
Yeah, the harder those two up front race each other, the more wear they're going to put on their tires, the more fuel they're consuming. They're both in dirty air, kind of getting side by side here and there. And Bob Burlew, he's sitting pretty. He's sitting real pretty back there in P3.
You know, these guys are racing so hard, I was going to run through the field and take a look at some cars, but it's kind of hard to get away from it.
Yeah, they make it difficult. I watch Ryan Shelton pretty often on Monday nights on the Vet broadcast on this same YouTube channel. And, I mean, he's class of field very often. Very fast guy, races very, very, very hard, and always puts on a show.
Well, we are 15 laps into this 100-lapper, and these
it's
guys
a long
are
one.
just battling early. Let's see if we can't go through the field, take a look at some other guys as Ryan Shelton does make the pass at this point. You see Bob Burlew looking to the inside of Patterson. And Patterson going back to the inside of Shelton. See, all I want to do is look at some other cars. Yeah.
Slingshot
boy,
engaged.
Look at that. Woo! And here comes Bob's got the draft on Shelton. He's going to move to the outside of...
Now
how do you get away from this?
Well, we're going to let you into the driver's thought process. Whoever Bob follows is who he has the most confidence in.
Right now, he's following the middle.
He's not sure.
He needs to get a draft on one of them and close that gap.
Yeah, and the three of these guys, I should mention them, just watching the times, they have put a 4-second gap on the rest of the pack, and the rest of the pack has some good tie racing, but these three up front have really set themselves apart early on.
Blair with Shelton with the crossover to the inside of Blair at this point. And Burlew looks like he wants to go at him, but Blair's going to hold the top.
Whoever gets the better run, whoever eventually completes the pass, Bob is going to have an anchor planted in the rear end of that car.
Wow, what a race we've got up front. It's hard to get away from it, folks. I know you all want to see your favorite drivers, and I want to show them to you, but it is really hard to get away from this kind of racing.
We owe it to those drivers. They took time out of their night to come and put on a show for this charity event. Let's leave the action up front, cycle through one time real quick, and make sure we come back before, anything bad happens.
All right, of course, we got the Blair. Let's take a look at Chuck McDonald back here.
Looking good, chromed out. And we have a yellow flag.
We do have a yellow flag. See? See what happens?
You switch back one car. Looks like I saw Jim Downham showing a little bit more radiator.
Oh, boy, Jim is into it. That's for sure. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, boy. Oh! There it is. Oh. So let's see. They're going 3 wide back. I don't know why we weren't watching. Oh, that is Tom Rule, the 2 Downham boys. And Jim's going to get the worst of this one.
That's where we should have been. We could have caught a live. Watching all that action up front, those three that have really shown that they're able to separate themselves and be better drivers early on. The times back there from 4th through 7th were like less than half a second between each other. Oh, man, they were 4 wide for a second, 3 wide. Oh, man, hate that for Jim. It looks like the rest of the cars got sorted out there. Jim kind of got the worst of it. And then
Let's take a
I think 'cause he
riding
was
with Jim here. Let's see, he's got his brother to the outside.
Don't tell me it was his brother.
And there's his brother.
Oh, man. Well, the benefit of iRacing, and I presume this is like all Tyler Daniels leagues, they will get one quick repair. That is something you don't get in real life. He'll be able to pull in, have that damage repaired instantly, and get back on track. He'll be starting at the back. A little bit of work to do. Unfortunate for Jim, but he's a good driver. He can pull that off.
Yeah, that's a shame for Jim. He does have his quick repair. But yes, we had some action in the back. Action in the front, action in the back. Now everybody's going to come down and get fresh to the tires after 20 laps.
Yeah, I see a couple jacks going under cars jumping up in the air, getting some fresh rubber out there. So tires, 20 laps in, guys feel like they at least want them if they don't need them. And I assume everyone's going to top up with a fresh tank of fuel and try to stretch this stop out while we're under yellow. Let's go ahead and give something away. Let's do it. So this is one of several Richard Petty prizes that we have. Richard Petty in that iconic baby blue number 43. I'm sure Argo watching Days of Thunder got to see a little bit of Richard Petty on track.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best. This is a Richard Petty plate, and I was given a list of prizes. It wasn't made clear whether this is like a license plate or like a dinner plate.
This is like a collectible dinner plate.
Ooh, fancy.
Salad plate.
This is
salad
fine china.
plate.
Fine china.
Salad plate. Like, it's not like a full-blown dinner. It's a salad plate size.
Well, I'm going to spin this wheel with the names we have remaining who have not yet won a prize. Watching these guys pace around yellow after their pit stops, I don't think the running order will be too terribly affected. We expect Jim Danham to go around that pace car and resume the end of the field. 1, 2, and 3, still where we saw them earlier. And the wheel has stopped. Chuck McDonald now has some fine STP Racing number 43 themed dinnerware.
I just want to say something. You guys got to get some big donations in here, because I think that's 2 out of 3 prizes or 2 out of 4 prizes. I've got to now ship to Canada.
Oh yeah, shipping to Canada. I don't know why the border is so expensive.
Now, it looks like Robert Cochran stayed out. That is going to be a dangerous situation on this restart.
Well, with only 20 laps, they will have better rubber, but that track position, could be valuable. He'll probably get sorted back a couple spots, but he might be up there in that top 5 where he wasn't before. And I'd consider that a victory through that series of laps.
Or he took 2 times. I'm not sure how he got out front. He must have just stayed out.
We'll find out. We got 1 lap to green, and we'll see whether he's able to hold on to the front end or get sorted back a little bit. But you see 3 hungry drivers with 4 tires and fuel right behind him.
We got
Patterson,
Robert,
Ryan Shelton, Bob Berlew.
Yeah, Ryan Cochran, Patterson, Berlew, Shelton, Tyler Daniels. We got to get to Tyler. We got to show Tyler. He's up there in 5th position right now.
Yeah, and since we're on Tyler, everyone knows Tyler Daniels Racing was formed around. Oh, I think we're going green.
We are green. Cochran out to the lead. And here comes Bob Berlew to the inside of Patterson. Now is Bob going to make his move on these 2?
Well, I think if Robert Cochran can hold those 2 up top a little bit, maybe slow them down because his tires are older, Bob Berlew might be able to come down to the inside, but it's not going that way. Blair Patterson and Rob Cochran's outside. Ryan Shelton looking to the inside. We may be 3 wide. Ryan Shelton with a big move up top to sort in behind Blair Patterson. They're going to put Robert Cochran on the inside, and I think they might get him sorted out here within a couple corners.
It's just Robert Cochran is able to hold that bottom and the lead.
Power.
He is flying in that 90. Robert Cochran in his Navy 90.
It's a shame this isn't a point series, because leading a lap will get you that extra point.
Right, yes, it will.
Well, instead of an extra point, why don't we give something away?
Let me take a look at the U.S. Navy Aviation Structural Mechanic, Robert Cochran. Beautiful
Yeah, good
looking
looking.
car there. He's one of our vet drivers on Monday nights.
Great looking paint scheme on that Ford Mustang. I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel. Next prize up for grabs. And I originally made fun of this because I got
Shelton
the
to the
year wrong.
inside. He almost gets into Cochran. Oh my goodness. He's got to back out of it because he was getting a little tight in that corner, kind of washing up. Cochran wasn't giving him any room there.
Yeah, I've got a prize and a winner selected, but I don't want to take away from what we got going on up front here. It is getting pretty dicey.
I think they got her sorted out. Who's our winner? What'd they win?
Debbie Daniels will be taking home the 2001 Brickyard 400 official NASCAR program.
That is an awesome prize.
21
Awesome
years
prize.
old, that is definitely a collector's item.
Absolutely. Blair Patterson to the outside of Rob Cochran. While Ryan Shelton stays up top, Patterson can't hold him down low.
Yeah, I'm really surprised Robert
So
Cochran.
here's your answer. Do tires matter?
Not that much, apparently. Not 20 laps in. I was really surprised Robert Cochran's able to hold it, not because of ability, but strictly because of tires, and he seems to be pulling it off. Got Ryan Shelton looking to his inside, but Robert's got a full head of steam here coming out of 4.
Yes, he. Oh boy, something's happening. He's slowed up, and Shelton really
the
cuts
slide
his
job.
nose. Woo! That's one of them. You either get out of it or run him over. And I know if I know Robert Cochran, he got out of it. He wasn't gonna.
Yeah,
And
Robert
now
Cochran's a
now
nice
it does
guy.
seem like maybe the tires, maybe not. He's kind of holding with him here. Bob Burlew back there, Jim Downham, Tyler Daniels, and Robert Trask are following behind.
Robert Cochran's a nice guy, but I would be fuming if somebody pulled that move on me. That was a tight slide job, well executed by Ryan Shelton, but there was a level of danger there. I wouldn't want to be the car in the back.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would have been too happy about that myself. So let's take a look one more time if we can't go through the field and not bring out a caution. Earlier we were looking at Chuck McDonald, who has some damage on that car. Doesn't seem like he took his quick repair under that caution. Next up, we got Nicholas Smith. He's got his autism ribbon and his puzzle pieces on there. In his ideal 66. Although he's running number 7, which is weird. Next up, we got the number 10, Luke Desjardins.
Desjardins, c'est français.
Well, let's.
Read on you, Andy. You disappeared on us. Took the cameras with you.
I know. Yeah. Well, do you have my feedback yet?
Let me find the tab and I'll see if we got you sending good connectivity. I've got a spinning wheel on the YouTube right now. Me and Argo have just kind of been hamming it up in the background over here until we get that sorted out.
I've got a.
Looks like we're back up and running.
Yeah, I think we got that figured out. We apologize to everyone out there in YouTube land. Andy is very rusty, and obviously he's rusted the Ethernet cables because that was definitely a connectivity thing.
Are we back up on YouTube?
Yeah, we're good. We're good to go, buddy.
Yeah, it's. I don't know, man.
For those of you at home that don't know, Andy has built himself a new man cave and hasn't put enough internet pipes in there yet.
Yeah, it's just no. It's it's called Comcast. Comcast. Okay, we all blame Comcast.
Oh yes, we have that same problem down here in the south.
We'll be back online here in just a moment, folks. I apologize. Give away some prizes. Tell our viewers what they won.
Well, while we do have some downtime, as much as I love giving prizes, I do want to mention why we're raising money tonight. We're raising money for Letchworth Autism Trail up in New York. It is a sensory-specific autism trail for people that have a little bit of difficulty with what's typically presented to them within their communities. Um, Great thing, it's very near to Tyler Daniels, who is a big part of our community. You know, we named a whole racing league after him, so it'll give him something to show his friends. And there's very few of these in the nation, right? There's one, maybe two, I believe, based on my research. So if you're involved in your local community, please reach out to them, see if you can start something like this. And if you're able to contribute to the campaign tonight, we can help further what they're doing over at the one in New York. We will be running a sister event tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern over on Film Heat. That is twitch.tv Film Heat. We do have guest host Argo in the booth. For those of you just tuning in, Argo, tell us a little bit about what you guys do over there at Film Heat.
Well, we'll take a category of movies. We'll pick. Currently, we're at about 6 movies. We'll take 6 movies from a category, and we'll put them in an elimination style bracket, and they'll go head to head, and we'll talk about each one and pick our favorites through voting, through a democracy style, and then we eventually come out with a winner.
Now, you and I have talked a little bit before, earlier on in the broadcast. For those just tuning in, I'll be on their podcast tomorrow night as well, Tommy from BACC Sports, with Argo and his team over on Film Heat, specifically because it's a racing-themed bracket for this event, and you're helping with the fundraiser. What other kind of brackets have you done? Like, what other categories have you guys broken down and picked a movie out of?
Oh, goodness. A 90s sci-fi, 90s comedy. We like to stroke the nostalgia. We've done some leading ladies movies. We've done some... Oh, yeah. We like to mix it up. We've done some single actor. We've done Samuel Jackson, Sandra Bullock, Robin Williams, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Have you done a Tom Hanks?
We have not.
Because regardless of how this broadcast and racing movie bracket works out, I would love to be on a Tom Hanks one, because he is my guy.
We'll definitely have to keep that in mind.
And he's got a lot of movies. Not to talk him up. I don't know the guy.
Easily 6 Tom Hanks movies could be picked to,
As long as Forrest Gump is one and Splash is another, I'm good. I figure that's the whole career right there.
So, Tommy, before you give away another prize,
how are we looking on the back end, Andy?
we're back up, buddy. Back up.
Oh, good. I was just filling time. I didn't want to give away a prize in case somebody couldn't hear their name be called.
No, do not give away another prize. Add.
Wait, who's winning now?
Blair Patterson is still leading.
Yeah, Andy, if you, I know you got the cameras back up. If you could get a feed piped into the booth, that would help us tremendously.
Yeah, I'm getting that now for you. Sorry.
Well, I'm glad we're live, everyone. Welcome back. If you got to hear any of the banter that we were doing while we may or may not have been on air, listen back to it. Good stuff was going on there. We're going to go ahead and give away a prize.
Before you do that,
it's too late. I'm spinning the wheel.
Please add BP to the wheel.
I will add BP to the wheel. The last spin did not count. I have not removed the name from the list that came up, and I did not announce the prize.
Alrighty.
I
want to give everybody a fair shot. Like I said,
I agree.
It takes a minute to get the emails now, so.
I agree. Did not announce the prize, did not take the previous name off the wheel. We have added Blair Patterson. The next prize is a 2018 Brickyard Koozie. And it's a shame you can't win twice, because that would go really well with the 2001 Brickyard program that with the Debbie James. I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel.
This sounds like a Robert Cochran prize.
The wheel has landed on Thomas Rule III.
Thomas Rule's going to take home a koozie. Maybe he can come on Back Talk and with some beer in his koozie and talk beer with us, you know?
Yeah, I've talked to Thomas Rule several times over in the TDR Discord during regular racing events. Really cool guy. He'd be a great addition to the podcast as a guest host.
Oh, Patterson in the wall.
Yeah, a little bit. It looks like Ron Shelton up top is got a little squirrely. It's some good race. I do need to get through these guys though, so let's do this.
This is what we
Whew.
started the last
This
time.
is where we had a caution and then the internet crapped out. So we go back to Luke Desjardins. We were on him in the number 10 car.
And can I add big shout out to Comcast? This isn't a sponsor plug. Avoid them like the plague.
That's right. Black Rifle Coffee, number 16, Norman. Stormin' Norman Superman Chan.
Good to see Norman Chan out there tonight. He doesn't get to race a lot. I'm glad he made time for this event.
Absolutely. Looking good in that Black Rifle Coffee car. Next up, Robert Trask. It is Krusty Burger 17. Dustin Velduzin once again. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Tyler Daniels.
My favorite moment in TDR history is when some guy posted in the group that he got to race with Tyler Daniels, but it was Tyler Daniels 5. It was not the man.
As he makes huge passes past Trask and Jay Downham there. Woo! Tyler's on a mission. Jim Downham in the back. Barbecue 28. Of course, Barbecue is a sponsor tonight, as well as giving away a prize pack of some yummy goodness.
Whoever wins that back barbecue prize, I will buy it from you.
And his brother Jay Downham. Dex Imaging. Autism Awareness 38.
Yeah, good to see brothers out there competing. And if I remember correctly, there wasn't a lot of brotherly love a little early on. They were the cause of the first yellow.
67 was less bents, but we can't find less. Or Tom Roll. Oh,
Well, Tom Rule is already at the mailbox waiting for that.
there, the Rat Motorsports. Rat Motorsports 79 of Tom Rule. The 84 car of Chris Lockwood is no longer with us. And here is the 90 of Robert Cochran as Ryan Shelton has regained the lead, starting to pull away from some of the boys.
Yeah, shame to see Robert Cochran sorted so far back on the older tires. Hopefully after this next pit stop, showed a lot of being able to stay ahead of Blair Patterson and Ryan Shelton on those tires. I expect to see more out of him after our next pit stop.
Robert Cochran, I've been watching him week after week after week on the in the vets. Between him, Chuck McDonald, Andrew Bisnett, who unfortunately couldn't be with us tonight, just fantastic drivers, getting better and better every week. And of course, they're driving these next gen cars Monday nights, and they are learning it, and they are flying.
Absolutely. Those three guys in particular, and a couple of other names we didn't mention, the amount of improvement we've seen with those veteran drivers this year in the next gen car, adapting to something untested. Even in the real world, the next gen car is still new. These guys are taking that car to tracks before NASCAR even does. And oftentimes doing a much better job than NASCAR even does.
So we got, checking in with the chat one more time. We've got Thompson Drone Works. Having fun, boys. Couldn't quite get home in time to make the race. That is Ethan Thompson, I believe. One of our vet racers. Mr. Green chimes in again. It's been a battle since the green dropped. And that is absolutely true. Between Shelton and Patterson, and then Cochran was up there. And Cochran being one of your boys in the vet races. But Ryan Shelton, right now, he is starting to pull away. He's found something that these other boys don't have. And he's starting to pull away. We're on 47, just about halfway through this race.
And we see Ryan serving up just a little bit of gapple sauce there. But, halfway through the race, less than a second between them, I wouldn't count Blair Patterson out. I wouldn't count Robert Cochran out. Bob Burlew, while not gaining, is not losing either. He's right there in fourth place, ready to pounce when the opportunity presents itself. Now moving up to third place as he navigates Robert Cochran behind these two leaders.
That's right. And now I'm gonna pass this out there one more time while we have the opportunity with a little bit of gappy, not so much hard neck to neck racing. BACC Talk on Twitter. On Twitter, go there, find the post about tonight's race, retweet it, and follow. We need 10 followers and 10 retweets, and there will be $100 sent to the Autism Nature Trail.
Yep,
and for anybody else who wants to donate to the Autism Nature Trail, BACC Charities.com to donate. But Back Talk will donate $100 if they get 10 retweets and 10 new followers.
Yeah, as
and
Ryan
with 12
Shelton,
people on here, this should be no problem.
As Ryan Shelton takes the lead, we are halfway through the race and not nearly halfway through the prize list. If you get a donation in now and we get the confirmation via email, we are putting your name on the wheel for prizes through the end of this race. And, like Andy said, go do that Twitter thing. Go share the post, go follow the page, go like it. It's an easy way to put an extra $100 in the till.
Absolutely. With that, if you're not able to donate yourself and you're wondering, oh man, I wish I could help out, that's perfect right there. Just go hit a retweet and a follow and at BACC Talk, and you've done your part in helping out the Autism Nature Trail.
Absolutely. Checking in with the YouTube real quick. Film Heat, some of your boys over there, Argo, say halfway in with an exclamation mark.
And that's what, Argo, you need to tell your boys get over there to the Twitter box.
Yeah, like it. Share it. Put that extra $100 in there.
Get in there, boys.
You tell them. So Argo, you had to watch all these movies, right? So I know that we had some really exciting racing. Maybe not right now, but we had some exciting racing here. So what is watching this compared to watching those movies?
Honestly, this racing right here is more exciting than some of the racing in one, maybe two of those movies.
It's live. These guys are doing this right now, and nobody has any idea what's going to happen.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shelton here taken away.
I mean, yeah, he's just blowing them out. I mean, he's got a 2.5 second lead now, and pulling away. I think these guys may have gone to the pits. Looks like Patterson may be in the pits.
I don't think they're quite at the window.
So confused at I'm just watching the tickers here. Shelton's just pulling away. It looks like Bob Burlew is taking over second position from Blair Patterson.
I wonder if Blair Patterson might be doing an early pit strategy, trying to split the race, because I think pitting early on lap 20 on that first yellow.
He's awfully slow and off the pace right now. Look, Cochran's coming up on him. I don't know if he's doing a fuel saving thing here or.
Might have got a little too high and made some contact with the wall as well. Maybe the front end geometry is not right on that car right now, and he's kind of hoping for a faster pair.
Yeah, he's got some damage. A little bit of damage there on that 91 vehicle. Oh, Robert Cochran's got a ton of damage on the side of his car as well. Just that little bit of damage is going to hurt you.
Yeah, Michigan's not the biggest track we run at, but it's a pretty big track. Aero does have an impact here, so if you've got a light damage, you can kind of pull it off. Anything heavier than a couple wrinkles is going to affect your overall top-end speed.
Let's see if we can't find maybe something that has happened with these gentlemen. I'm not sure. The 66 was in.
Yeah, I think we might have had an incident of a yellow flag, something that wasn't concerning to the other drivers. We don't throw yellows for single car spins or a little bit of contact. It's a driver's mistake, and they have to.
Look at Lincoln! Whoa! Now that's a ride, guys. Now that's a ride.
Found some bigger news than I expected.
Boy. Well, Blair Patterson seems to be falling back, and Ryan Shelton now has over a 3-second lead on Bob Burlew.
Yeah, we'll see if we get another yellow flown to kind of tighten these guys up or how they go through pit strategies. But Ryan Shelton, very accomplished competitor. Really his race to win. He has to be able to stay clean and make no mistakes the rest of this event if he has any hopes of taking home that W.
That's right, yeah. Blair Patterson is in the pits as he comes up pit road here.
Yeah, that's expected. He's going to go get those wrinkles hammered out and get back on track and hope for the best. And he's also a very accomplished driver. We saw him running early with Brian. He can fight back from this, but he will need a little bit of luck to make it happen.
Yeah, he's going to have to do a little bit of work. Let's take a look at some of the other guys again. We got Chuck McDonald one more time. There's Nicholas Smith in the 66 and Jay Downham in the 38.
Yeah, looks like Chris Lockwood is officially out of the race. Unfortunate for him, must have had some technical difficulties.
The number 10, Luke. We were talking about this before. Luke Desjardins.
Desjardins.
Desjardins, whatever you want to call him.
I'm going to make a brief check. Next time we're under yellow.
Smiling Norman, Superman Chan.
So if we do get a yellow, Desjardins is connected to the booth. I can pull him in here under yellow, and we can figure out how to pronounce his last name properly.
It's Desjardins. It's like everybody's starting to come to the pits now. So we're in a pit window. As everybody's starting to come to the pits at this point.
We got some loose information from the YouTube chat. Someone down on pit road named Haystack. Speeding penalty on the 99 of Ryan Shelton.
Ooh. Oh no.
Ooh. Now what did I just say about him having to be perfect to pull off the win?
And
we got a nice lead, 3 seconds. You know, he might have got dialed in a little bit there.
We also had Big Whoop, chimed in again with Froden. And I don't know what Froden is. It sounds like Froyo, frozen yogurt, maybe. I don't know.
Hopefully,
but that's like frozen.
Say on the air.
Like Froden. Froden sounds like frozen, like frogs, maybe. Frozen yogurt frogs.
I believe he forgot the apostrophe. It would be like off-roading. You Froden.
Ah, I see. I saw Rubbins Racing before that, but I know you and your group with the film podcast. You're more familiar with Urban Dictionary than maybe Andy is. I just wanted to make sure we could say that word on the air.
Yeah, you all right.
We all right.
Yeah, we Froden. So Nicholas Smith earlier was Froden.
And Bob Burlew, Argo, you got your wish. He made his move.
Absolutely.
But it wasn't the move you expected. It all happened down there on pit road. Blair Patterson a little bit behind with damage. Ryan Shelton had a speeding penalty. Bob Burlew, the benefactor of all that transpired.
Bob Burlew, but now Blair Patterson is 4 seconds ahead of Bob Burlew.
Gotta say that skin is slick on the 23.
Now that gap between first and second is shrinking quickly. I think Bob Burlew is going to sort out to be well.
And Dustin Valdez has made his way up to 3rd position. I know his wife Janelle is out there getting excited. Don't get too excited, Janelle.
He is sniffing at the tail of Bob Burlew, looking to the outside as we follow along live with both drivers here.
Janelle, if you get too excited, we're going to have to bring you on to Back Talk, which Dustin is also a part of Back Talk.
Looking good. He is in the hunt for Bob Burlew.
Blair Patterson got 4-second lead over him, but Dustin's right there chasing down Mr. Burlew and his Beagle.
And that gap overall lap over lap is staying somewhat consistent. Looks like it's shrinking about 0.005 of a second lap over lap.
Pretty proud of these guys. 100 laps a long way, and we're well over halfway at this point. With one caution, fantastic driving by these guys.
Yeah, absolutely. For anyone who hasn't done this, the iRacing service, this is simulation software. This is what drivers use to train in the off season. This is very realistic. This is very difficult.
Yeah.
I can drive a car very fast.
You cannot drive a race car with the wheels down.
For like 10 laps, and then I can't anymore.
Then wheels up.
Sometimes wheels. I've been pretty good about keeping my wheels on the ground lately.
No, your wheels are always pointed to the sky, and the race car doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I mean, there's less friction when the steel is sliding down the pavement than when the rubber's grabbing.
Oh. Was that the key?
Well,
to your losing streak?
Yes, but that's how I'm supposed to finish the race. But I finish too early.
Oh, that's what she. Sorry.
Yeah, I was waiting. I threw that bait out there, just waiting to reel you in.
And again, folks, this is why they've kicked me off of here. I've gone to the dark side of back talk, a little bit of a. Again, back talk's a little bit more of a mature audience. Not for everybody. It's a podcast. We'd say it's a podcast for some, not for all. But again, it's for a mature audience by 4 or 5 immature men. So.
Well, speaking of mature audiences, we have a bunch of people out there who are watching, who are racing, who have donated to this special charity event we're running, and I think we should give a prize to one of them. We have a metal Jeff Gordon license plate. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. I just wanted to make sure. I had 2 items that were plates. The first one was a salad plate. Wanted to make sure this one was a license plate.
Yes.
The wheel is spinning, and it has spun. Robert Cochran will have the 24 on the front of his vehicle.
Very nice. Very nice. And I will tell you, we are 7 followers and 2 retweets away. Or
almost
8
there.
Retweets. 8 retweets and 7 followers away from. Which means a lot of these people aren't doing their job, Tommy.
Well, they need to get out there and do it. It's a free $100 we're going to throw at this charity event. If you guys go out there, hit that. Now, you got to remember, this comes from Back Talk. This is basically their swear jar.
Yes.
Make them dump the swear jar out up in New York for this Autism Trail.
Yeah, you don't have to agree with the podcast.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, make us spend money, because I'm going to tell Tommy he's got to kick in on it.
I was only on 1 episode, and I hardly swore.
Oh, but you're on the flyer.
I didn't ask for that.
Which, by the way, I will, since we have a little bit of... Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Caution is out. Caution is
Broadcaster
out.
stinks. Now, this is exciting. Argo has already cheered
Here
for
it
Bob
is.
Burlew a little bit. Ooh, doing a little bit of landscaping down there. Oh.
That is the
Yeah, that's
17 of Trask and the 38 of Jay Downham. Getting together, a little tight racing here.
Little side drafting there for position. Just got a little too close.
And they went Froden. They went Froden.
Yeah, they went Froden for sure. Robert Trask seemed to get through the grass there pretty clean. It looks like Jim got the worst of that, coming down to the wall and getting a little bit of damage. And I think
That would be Jay. You got the wrong Downham. It is the Jay Downham.
I get the Downhams confused. Oh, speaking of the Downhams, it was the Downham family that did contribute the Davey Allison items that we gave away early on. So a big thanks to them.
Yes, it was. Let's get some of this stuff given away, because
yeah, we're running short on race, but we're still big on prizes.
let me check the old email box first.
Yeah. All right, check that email box.
And while I'm checking the email box, everybody out there, if you make a Twitter just so you can do this. If you
Yeah,
don't have a Twitter.
free $100 takes 5 minutes of your time. Go do it. Helps us, helps the charity, helps the event, helps everybody.
It's kind of funny. Tommy hasn't even done it.
I did it.
My phone's dead. I would have done it, but my phone is dead, and I don't even Twitter in the first place, really. But I will do it.
So all the boys are coming down, and we'll run that through the end of the. Film Heat
Absolutely.
podcast. So
Yeah, I'll be on there. I'll make sure
some
everybody
followers and some retweets from that, and we will run that event through that to make sure that the Autism Nature Trail gets taken care of.
Absolutely. I'll make sure. I'll be over there. I'll make sure we get a plug or two, and we'll hold you to that. You guys.
We're gonna be running the BACC website through the chat regularly.
Yeah, they could do some different stuff with Twitch. They said they were going to be having our link come up through their chat. Like, I don't know how to do that on YouTube, but on Twitch, they can do some pretty cool stuff over there.
So now this is going to be interesting as we look at 32 to go. Blair Patterson and Bob Berlew come out 1-2. I don't know where Shelton has shaked out. Now, it's going to help Shelton because that speeding penalty put him back, and now he's going to be back in the pack.
That's true. I see Tyler Daniels now up to 4th, Robert Cochran back in 5th. Well, I've rounded out the top 5. We got to give something away. We're not quite halfway. This is right at halfway through the list. I saved a big prize for the halfway mark of the prize list.
You go ahead and do that.
20th anniversary shot glass set. Well, this isn't the prize that I would love to have, that barbecue gift set. This is a good one. And it's going to Chris Lockwood, and I think he's someone who would appreciate a shot glass set.
He might. Well, he'd probably rather have. Never mind.
They can put crab rangoons in.
Yeah, you can put this crab rangoon. He sure could. He sure could.
Well, we'll pull Chris off the wheel for now. We're counting him as a driver, even though he had technical issues, right? So we'll bring him back for the grand prize.
Alrighty, yes.
Looking good. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 prizes to give away, including the grand prize.
Give them away, because we're getting to the nitty gritty.
All right. Well, staying with the Richard Petty theme, we're going to go ahead and give away a Richard Petty coffee mug. I expect you to be checking your emails, Andy, because the next time I spin this wheel, I want another name on it. The wheel is spinning. And it has spun to Sharon O'Neill. We know you love the broadcast. You tune in every time. We hope you like coffee, because now you'll be reminded of racing every time you take a sip.
And these shot glasses and the coffee mug, it's all brand new. It came in a box. I did get rid of the box, but they're brand new. They've never been drank out of or anything like that. So.
Well, the pace car is off, and here we go. We got Bob
Had to get
Berlew
rid of the
on
box
the
so
outside.
we could take pictures of the stuff.
Blair Patterson on the inside. Great restart by Blair Patterson. Kenny Wallace will let you know he's not always the best at restarts. So good job on Blair Patterson getting those tires planted as Ryan Shelton comes to the outside of Bob Berlew, sorting him back to 3rd. And it's lap 1 all over again.
Checking the Twitter chat. Big whoop, whoop, whoop. Tommy, pull up Twitter on your Wankel phone. Oh, what a Blair! Blair is into the wall hard after contact with Shelton. Oh no, and he's already used his quick repair. That is not good. Looked like Shelton got into him, started that, got him loose, then he got hit by the next car. Oh boy.
One car involved in that will not draw a yellow, and that's going to hurt Blair Patterson tremendously here for 30 laps.
He just got loose. He got loose, got into Berlew.
Blair got loose.
Right here.
Berlew got lucky. Bob Burlew got real lucky here.
Blair gets loose right here. That's a shame right there, and into the wall.
And I'll say it again, guys. This is difficult. If you think turning left lap after lap is easy and not breaking the tires loose and not spinning, this is very difficult.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, what a shame.
Tyler.
Yeah, you give it a try.
Tyler just misses that one. You saw
We got you, Argo.
there.
I will get you the iRacing service, Argo. We'll get you out here on track.
Blair just gets loose, and that's a shame. Blair running such a great race tonight, and we can't thank Blair enough. And again, I'm going to tell everybody, go to Facebook and follow Blair Races. Blair Patterson Races.
Huge
Follow him.
TBR supporter. Very entertaining streamer.
He streams all of his racing, just almost every night of the week. And they did not throw a caution for that. I can't believe that, to be honest with you.
Well, one car, and I mean, it affected another Bob together. You know, one car spinning out, yellow.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt the racing because Bob Burlew was in it too. But yeah, check out Blair Races, guys. Check it out. Like his page. You get a chance, check out his streams on Facebook. Top notch supporter of TDR.
He does fire. He put a whole fire suit and a helmet and races online. And he just got a real race car too.
Yes, he did.
He sure did. He has bridged the gap from the virtual world to the real world because of the virtual. It was the support of his followers that helped pay for that car, and now he's taking it to the real track.
Yes, he did it. And I just have to send it to him. He is willing to put a TDR sticker on that car.
Well, we got to get him one of those.
That's right. That's gonna send it. Send me the shipping cost. Tommy. Or send me the envelope that's now $100 million for an envelope. That was a soda pop. Oh, Ryan Shelton, he's just pulling away from Dustin Veldusen, who's in the second position, followed by Robert Trask, and we may have a small battle back here for the second position. Tommy!
Yeah. These guys should be good to the end. I don't know that they are. I think they are. But we might pit stops here. I think... yes.
We need fries!
Pardon?
Fries?
Prize!
Fries!
I thought you said fries.
Fries.
I'm getting a little hungry over here. All this talking is hard work. I'm just kidding, folks. It's the best job in iRacing. Next prize up is a Richard Petty mason jar mug. Similar to a coffee mug, but, you know, maybe for the hard stuff. That prize will be going out to Jim Downham. Congratulations, Jim. He donated 2 prizes to the board from the Downham family, and only leaving with one, but it's a good one.
That's right.
Go ahead and pull that name off the list. You want me to give away the Richard Petty pint glass real quick?
Yeah, do it.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and
I don't
spin
hear
the
that
wheels.
wheel spinning anymore. I feel as though you're holding off on something here. On purpose.
Bear with me. The Richard Petty pint glass has gone to Joyce Publishing.
Joyce Publishing is getting a pint glass.
Hopefully they'll publish the
Cheers to you. I won't say what cheers to you means on back talk because that's not appropriate.
Well, I am going to give away one more. This is a Bill Elliott number 98, his most prestigious number, die-cast car. We're going to spin the wheel. We'll have a few names left, and we're getting into the grand prize territory here.
Woo-wee.
This final diecast car will be going to Tyler Daniels himself, the man, the myth, the legend.
Tyler, who's in a battle with Jim right now. He doesn't know he's won, but he's won. He's got that McConey setup shop on that car. McConey setup shop being a huge, huge supporter of TDR as well.
Yeah, Jeff McConey does a ton of stuff for us. We're glad to have him as a TDR and BACC Sports as well. Great guy, huge giver to charity. He runs a lot of his own events, some stuff in conjunction with us. So big thanks to Jeff and his team. And they actually sponsor Tyler on the official iRacing service races. So thank you, Jeff, for sponsoring Tyler and helping getting his name out there a little further than we could by ourselves.
That's correct. And did you see the big announcement today?
I did not.
Okay, so I'm gonna let that out, and I'm gonna let that out to everybody listening and watching right now. You see Tyler running the McConey setup shop right now on his virtual race car. Tomorrow, you can tune in. I think it's Fox Sports probably. ARCA race.
Yes.
Talladega.
Yes.
There is a car that
Yes.
will have the
Yes.
McConey setup shop sticker on it.
Heck yeah, doing big things in the iRacing community, and he's gotten big enough now that just like BACC Sports and Tyler Dennis Racing, he's bridging off into the real world racing community as well. And big congratulations to him. He's doing great stuff both in the virtual world and the real world. I don't know where it is yet, but I will figure out how to watch that ARCA race. I have
Yeah.
Fox Sports. It
So
must be on.
he will be riding along with Richard Garvey
Awesome.
tomorrow at Talladega.
You know what time? You know what time?
That is at 1 o'clock tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern on Fox Sports. And he is running the number 10 car. The number 10 car will have the McConey Setup Shop logo riding on it.
Very cool, very cool. So make sure you guys tune into that ARCA race on Fox Sports ahead of Film Heat's sister charity event for BACC Charities next week, where they do their bracket-style film elimination of the best race films. They've picked 6. Obviously, the racing community feels like they missed a few, but it's going to be a good time. They do a really good job dissecting these movies, and this is something that our guys are going to be interested in. So you guys go check them out. Anything raised during that event will also go to benefit the Autism Trail at Letchworth Park up in New York. Argo, are you excited about tomorrow?
I'm very excited. I'm excited to have you on the show. I'm excited to be here tonight.
Yeah, good racing out there. So now we're almost to the end of the race. A few more prizes to give away for the event. We've got a whole bunch of donations in here. The sponsors did a great job providing prizes. What are your thoughts watching all those movies and now kind of watching this virtual thing we do over here at BACC Sports on the racing you've seen tonight?
Well, I feel like this iRacing community is very true to life, true to what NASCAR really does have to offer on like the inside.
Yes, very much so. It's a very tight-knit community. A lot of people appreciate giving back to communities abroad. It's about the love of motorsports, helping each other both on and off the track, and that's kind of where BACC Charities comes in. So we really appreciate Film Heat for helping us with our fundraiser this weekend to benefit Letchworth Park up there in New York. Andy, what are your thoughts on the racing? You're with me, used to be with me week in, week out. We're reunited tonight for this broadcast. It's been some great racing out there, hasn't it?
Oh, first of all, I've had a blast, right? And it has been fantastic racing for the most part. Between Shelton and Blair early on. Shame what happened to Blair, because Blair had a car that could have fought him to the end here. Just fantastic, awesome racing. And these guys are out here. I would say 95% of them probably donated as well to the event. So not only are they out here putting on a great show for us, but they're also charitable, and that's what we try to build with TDR. That's what we try to build with BACC Charities, and we build these environments that are non-toxic, right? This is a non-toxic group. Everybody supports each other. Everybody helps each other. And that's what it's all about. And the show they have put on for us tonight has been fantastic.
Yeah, 13 laps to go. And to speak to your point about BACC Charities building these non-toxic communities, Argo was actually a part of the Valhalla community, which was a game that if you guys were interested in, we sponsored a community for them for a little while. That was a ton of fun. We had 5, 10 guys in there sometimes kind of doing their thing. I know you joined us one time, Andy, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, definitely not my thing.
All I remember is you running around in circles, tearing down my house, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Why not?
You guys may be iRacing, but you're still a part of the gaming community.
That's
Absolutely.
right. That's
Absolutely.
right.
It's very niche, but at the same time, it's a very broad demographic, the gaming community. And for a lot of people, gaming, it's not just their escape, it's their safe space. And what we try to do is broaden that safe space and provide a place for people to come that may be differently abled or have had issues in other toxic communities and just want to enjoy the gaming aspect of it and really the competition. It's the competition that brings people together. Whether you're shooting guns at each other or racing cars, it's the community behind what you're interested in and being able to take that further beyond that community and make the world a better place to be in. As we're coming by 10 to go, as Ryan Shelton takes the line.
You nailed that one, Tommy, and that's what it's all about, right? It's all about, I don't think there's anybody in TDR that looks at TDR as a league. TDR is a family.
Absolutely.
100% a family, and everybody supports each other, helps each other. It's what it's about, We love racing. We enjoy racing. We like the iRacing stuff, but it's about being part of a family.
Yeah, absolutely. And you and I both preach that and live it every day. We appreciate Film Heat, kind of helping us reach out to their community, but the thing they're into and furthering this mission. And it really is about just getting together and being family. Right? The whole planet, essentially, we're all the same people. Let's make this world a better place if we're able to.
Absolutely, and that's kind of why we run these charity events. This one I'm really proud of because not only does it hit home why we started TDR, right?
Yep.
A lot of people don't know this about me. I don't share it with the community. It's part of my personal life that I don't share.
Yep,
but
sure is.
But my youngest is on the spectrum.
Yep.
And so being able to support, people with autism or autism awareness, really hits home with me. So I'm really proud of this event here.
Yeah, we've done some great things, got a bunch of donations. We got a few more prizes to give away. I want to kind of track the action here through the last 8 laps. They've kind of sorted out some gaps between themselves. The finishing field seems pretty set. Barring any issues, again, like I mentioned earlier, they have to be perfect. Ryan Shelton had that speeding penalty when he had to be perfect. Fought his way back to the front. Still anybody's race with these 10 laps to go. I've got 4 more prizes to give away, but I'd like to do that either during or after driver interviews because these are some good prizes. We got 2 BACC Talk t-shirts. That's from the podcast you're involved with. That BACC barbecue gift set that I want to win so bad, but I can't. And of course, the grand prize, we're going to bring all the names back until we land on a driver, that admin box from adminbox.com.
Well, why don't you go ahead and give away 2 t-shirts right now, and we'll explain these t-shirts. Okay.
Yeah, the wheel's already spinning for the first t-shirt.
There's 2 designs, and we'll get in touch with the winners. Because there's 2 designs. There's the kind of family-friendly one and the not-so-family-friendly one. So.
Well, the first one, I would say, is probably going to have to be a family-friendly one because that one's going to Blair Patterson, and we fully expect to see that t-shirt worn on air, Blair.
Blair's getting the BACC Talk t-shirt. And go ahead and give the other one away. I'm going to get a broccoli real quick.
Yep, the wheel's already spinning, and we're going to get some apparel over to someone who's actually on the show. Dustin Veldhusen will win his very own podcast t-shirt from Back Talk. So we'll make sure we reach out to them, get them these awesome t-shirts. Dustin, obviously, being on the podcast, he can get the not family friendly shirt, wear it live on air.
Like he is obviously on the podcast, so.
All right, well, I'll keep Dustin's name on the wheel, and I will spin it again. I guess he gets one just for being on the show, right?
Yeah.
The wheel's spinning again. The next one will go to Robert Trask, who again will probably opt for the not so family friendly, depending on whether Robert or Pete's placing the order.
Yeah, we'll find out there. There's one that there's two designs. There's one that's the family friendly. It's our nice poster, and the other one is how we say cheers.
Well, don't know nothing about that, and probably don't want to talk about it live here on the air with BACC Sports. But we have two great t-shirts going out to Blair Patterson, TDR's #1 supporter in 2021, and Robert Trask, someone who's been with us for well over a year now, runs a ton of races. But when he's Pete, you got to watch out for Pete. Pete gets a little crazy on the track.
You know, Ryan's running away with this, but somebody I'm thrilled to death with right now is Dustin Veldhusen's running second. He comes out every night, runs hard, and
running real good tonight.
Yeah, and he's running that Murray County on the side of the car there, Murray County Speedway, one of our sponsors.
Victory Lane. It'd be huge to put him there tonight.
Part of the Back Talk team. I mean, he's just he's a part of all of this, and he runs leads.
He's showing up.
And here he is, you know, putting out a great show tonight. Looks like, barring any kind of problems, he's going to come home P2 with only 2 to go.
Yeah, very well positioned to bring home a podium finish. You know, Ryan Shelton, as usual, class of the field, able to fight back some speeding penalties of adversity early on to still come back and potentially win this race. Another big shout out, Bob Burlew, sitting there P3, a guy who runs fast. He's hungry every night. Actually has a victory or two in the TDR leagues, I believe. Sitting pretty with a podium finish as they run.
Absolutely. We're 2 to go. Ryan Shelton's running away with it. He's going to take this checkered flag, I'm assuming, unless he blows up. But let's check in real quick as he's got 1 to go. Big whoop. Wankel engine equal rotary engine minus Wankel phone equal rotary phone.
Oh, I get it. The Wankel engine's a rotary motor, so a Wankel phone's a rotary phone. That's a big dad joke there, Big Whoop, but I'm gonna steal that. So
Andy Bisnet chiming in. Way to go, everyone. Ollie Howe. Ollie, how is everyone doing? We're doing fantastic, buddy. Thanks for checking in. How's the racing been? Racing was fantastic early on. Just tons of, as Ryan Shelton does take the checkered flag. Congratulations to Ryan Shelton. Ryan Shelton. Dustin Veldhusen is going to bring it home in second position. Bob Burlew in third. Yeah, the racing was fantastic, man. There was lots of really early battles. Robert Trask going to bring home a fourth spot.
I saw Jim Downham in fifth.
Jim Downham. Jim Downham's going to bring home a top 5.
A heck of a performance. And obviously, we have to talk the drivers now. We've been on air for a long time for a great cause.
Tyler Daniels.
Yet.
Tyler Daniels is going to come home P6. Give me a second to try and get these out.
Oh, my apologies. Run through the field.
Oh, my goodness.
You know they're going to start wrecking as soon as you start talking about them.
Shelton, Veldhusen, Burlew, Trask, Downham, Daniels. Chuck McDonald's going to bring home a P7. Norman Chan, Jay Downham, Robert Cochran, Blair Patterson, Nicholas Smith, Luke Desjardins, Thomas Rule, Les Spence, and Chris Lockwood. And this is fantastic show of support here.
I
Something
see
that
them lining
happens
up on the wall.
on a lot of these charity races, okay? It's the driver burnout. It's everybody gets up on the wall, burns it down while the winner does their burnout, and this is a fantastic show of support for the family, the TDR family, for what we're doing with the charity event. Just
great,
all in
great
all, right
showing.
here, this is what this is about. 100% what this is about.
It's a big congratulations to Ryan for winning the race. He gets the winner's burnout, but all those drivers standing in solidarity for the TDR family, the charity event we ran tonight. Great to see them continuing this informal tradition. It's a beautiful thing seeing that level of communication and coordination amongst these drivers.
I know you want to bring some people in. Let's do that quickly before we lose some of them. I know we'll catch Ryan Shelton here in a minute when he's done celebrating. I would love to talk to Norman Chan.
Yeah, let's bring Norman Chan in. I'm going to see if I can get him dialed up here. I haven't had the chance to interact with Norman on a regular basis. I know he's been missing from the racing community a lot. He's a very busy guy. We really appreciate him coming out tonight. I'll get him dialed up here. Hey, Norman, this is Tommy up in the booth. You got a read on us, number 9?
Hey, Tommy, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. Great to see you on track. I know you haven't been able to make as many races as you had in the past. We saw you made a donation earlier. We appreciate that from you. What was it like out there in this charity event? How was the racing? How was the finish? You know, what was it like out there? I want to hear it all, man. We've got to catch up.
Oh, definitely. First time driving this car out in Michigan, actually. It's completely different from the old Cup cars and everything else. You actually have to drive the cars. I am loving the new next-gen cars. Just a little more challenging and got to figure them out. And very happy to make my return to TDR. Things have been pretty busy. Everyone going back to work and everything. Can't race every night. But, this was for a great cause. I saw the postings. I was like, you know what? I'm home early tonight. Let me join you guys and, say hi to a few familiar faces.
Heck yeah, man. We appreciate you coming out a lot. I remember you being a regular. I know you got busy with your work schedule. We all have, myself included, Andy included. Great to see you out there, man. What's it like running with some of these names you remember from like a few months ago compared to like running against them now? How much they've improved?
You know what? It feels like everyone else is faster than me now. Kudos to everyone. Everyone's doing better. I was running behind a bunch of guys. Tyler's running in the top 3 or 4, so he's gotten a lot better the last 2 years. This is running together. So you know what? It's good to see progress from everyone. Going to this race, I thought that Blair was going to win it. He was leading until I don't know what happened. I think he got into Bob or someone else, and suddenly I saw him spinning down the track and barely avoided him.
Heck yeah, man. What's your schedule look like? Are you able to on a regular basis? You got any leagues?
Yeah, I mean, there are certain nights I run some leagues, and then right now weekends are out. Early mornings are tough, but I will try to run as much as I can over here whenever stuff is open. I know you guys just finished a lot of your current leagues, so hey, maybe I can join you guys when you start the new ones.
Heck yeah, man.
Well,
you got anything for Norman, Andy?
Yeah, well, first of all, Norman, Superman Chan. It's great to see you out on the track. Let me tell you that first and foremost. You know how much of a respect I have for you. But yeah, these guys out here and this next gen car, we were talking about earlier about tire wear. Was tire wear a big thing tonight or no?
Tire wear was definitely a big thing, at least from my perspective. Normally running in Michigan, I'm almost going all out. But, through the last part of practice and qualifying, I realized, I had to let off a little and save my tires. I did pretty well. Like on my first pit stop, I was in the 70s, which I think was higher than some of the people. And I basically nursed it around the track. I didn't push it that hard. And in hindsight, I probably could have pushed a little harder and finished further to the top, but I didn't want to chance it. I'm still not familiar with this car. I just want to get around and, come up with a decent finish. So I'm happy with it all. But definitely tire wear and just being able to drive this car around these corners. 2 and 3 got a little tricky past mid-race. People spinning out over there. Maybe it was the track temperature changing. But no, just definitely was a challenge. Running 100 laps here, was fun, but I don't think I want to do it again in the near future.
Well, if there's one thing
Well,
I've missed more than anything, it's your expert analysis. You're a good driver. You know what you're talking about. You know how to run fast out there. What else did you have, Andy? I heard you piping up there.
well, he did win a prize too, did he not?
His name is still on the wheel.
Oh,
Exciting.
good.
There
There's
are
some good
currently
stuff out there.
5 names left on the wheel with 2 prizes remaining. So he
Let's
hasn't
give
won
one
anything
away.
yet. Should we spin it with Norman up here in the booth?
Let's do it.
Well, I've got Lori is sitting next to me, so she can confirm that we are not cheating, playing any favorites just because Norman Chan happens to be dialed up. If it lands on him, are you watching the wheel, Lori? Are you watching the wheel?
Yes.
I'm going to spin it.
Okay.
I will have her call out the winner. If it's not you, Norman, this was a terrible setup.
It's all for good cause. You know what? Can't stand the suspense though.
It is for a good cause. You were not the winner. The winner was
How do you say that? Janelle?
Janelle Veldhusen.
Janelle.
And what did Janelle win?
Janelle won the thing that I wanted to win that I can't win. The BACC barbecue gift set.
Oh boy.
And I've sampled the BACC barbecue stuff. This is good stuff. So Janelle is a lucky lady. And her husband finished P2.
Oh boy. Well, Norman, hey, the good news, Norman, is the admin box is still out there. So
Very
that's
nice.
the prize. That's the prize. So,
Yeah.
Norman,
We'll
we
be in the booth
appreciate
for
you
that.
joining us. But yeah, we appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you for coming out tonight. Like I said, you know how much I respect you and care for you. So it's really nice to see you out here tonight.
Hey, Andy, Tommy, great seeing you guys too. You guys do a great thing here. I was surprised you guys weren't on track, but I figure you guys were on the back end of things. See you guys out there next time. But once again, thank you. It's a pleasure to join everyone here.
I look forward to beating you.
That's probably a given.
We'll see you on track, buddy. Great
You
race
got
tonight.
it.
Appreciate you coming out. Have a good evening.
You too. Thank you so much.
All right, well, I'm getting Norman sorted back to
Yeah,
the driver's
we'll have
lounge.
to get our race winner in here, Mr. Shelton.
Yeah,
Let's talk about that battle with Blair early on. Woo!
Yeah, I'm trying to get him queued up. Someone not unfamiliar with the booth and post-race interviews. Ryan, this is Tommy up in the booth. You got a read on us, buddy?
Got you loud and clear.
Holy
man.
hell! That battle early on in the race with Blair. Well, we couldn't get off of it. I wanted to show everybody's cars and show everybody in the field. But the battle you guys had, talk me through that because it was back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, this car was really, really tight, so it made it really hard to pass on the bottom. And he wanted to push his car a little bit harder going in on entry, and I was more wanting to save tires since I knew the car was really tight. So I was really just wanting, him to run his tires out and run it and push it really hard. And then about 20 laps in, I was like, okay, this is taking a lot longer for him to run his tires out than I wanted to. And he just kind of stayed there. And that second fuel run, he just plowed the wall. And from then on, his car didn't look the same. And I think that's what really got me a speed advantage there for a little while.
So talk about this race in general too. I mean, and what it means. You put the autism puzzle pieces on your car for tonight, which was awesome. And obviously, this race was for a great cause. And just talk to us about what that means to you being a part of this.
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot. Yeah, I personally don't have anybody affected by it, but um, I do have family members who have certain different mental illnesses, and just having any awareness for anything is really needed in this world. How to treat people, this, that, and the other. So, just showing that, and being here for this race, it means a lot.
Awesome. Now, Tommy, did Mr. Shelton win a prize tonight? Tommy.
My apologies. Apparently, my microphone has been off time during the interview.
I was wondering why you weren't talking.
Ryan Shelton did win a prize tonight. It was a checkered flag.
There you go.
Yeah, virtual one. You won't get to carry it home. We congratulated you for it, but nope, he did not take home anything physical. But we have a grand prize, and we're bringing all the drivers back, so he will have the opportunity to still win that admin box from adminbox.com.
And I'm sorry, what did he win earlier?
The checkered flag. He did
The
not
checkered
win.
flag. Oh, that's right. There's no physical prize for that.
Yeah, he did not actually win any of the things we're giving away.
Yeah, not this race.
Not this race.
Congratulations.
He wins enough.
I did.
Alright.
And, yeah, it was luck on this one. I made a bad pit stop, got a speeding penalty. Thankfully, Jay and Trash, they got together and had a little incident, and then also want to give a shout out to Robert Cochran for earlier in the race throwing two tires on and keeping up with us.
Yeah, he
Boy,
was,
did he
was
run
good
hard
out
with
there.
you guys.
He was moving. He was
Woo-wee.
moving. It was nice to see him up there with us, but I learned something from everybody, and that helped me out because I took two tires, restarted in fourth, and then Blair had his issue hitting the wall, and I think he caught Bob also, and that gave me a clear path to the finish of the race.
Now, again, congratulations on the race win. Before we talk to other drivers, we have a special guest host in here tonight. We have Argotimus from Film Heat, who's going to be doing a sister event tomorrow night. Listen back, get the links. We hope you tune in. Argo, after watching all those movies, is there anything you would like to ask a race winner?
What do you eat in the morning?
I love it. I love it.
Normally 2 bowls of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's delicious. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
2 bowls?
Yeah. I eat a lot.
See,
I burn a lot of calories, but I eat a lot.
That's the value of outside perspective. That's a great question. I never would have thought to ask that.
So that's our question from now on.
And then,
I'm going to start asking race winners what they eat for breakfast.
Yeah, and then, I drink most of the milk out of the bowl, and then I put it on the floor, and then I've got 3 cats who finish it off.
Cinnamon Toast milk is the best milk.
Yeah,
The secret's to a champion.
there you go. You got to feed your cats.
All right, well,
Take care of your people.
we'll make sure we get an official post up. This 2 bowls of Cinnamon Toast Crunch will make you a race winner. Well, Ryan, again, as Argo said, and Andy, congratulations on the win. You're used to it. You win a lot of races. You're tremendously fast. I love how you help the other drivers, and we got a bunch of other drivers to talk to. So have a good evening.
Well,
and
the
we'll
final
see you.
thing I want to say to him,
Go
because
ahead.
I have been behind and I'm rusty. I'm sorry. They kicked me out of here. I'm not allowed to be here anymore. Welcome. I want to say welcome to the Murray County Speedway Victory Lane.
Oh, I forgot to plug the Victory Lane sponsor. I apologize, Dustin. We can talk about it after work.
Good job, Ryan. Great race tonight.
Take care, buddy. Let's try to get one more driver in here. I've got access to a lot. I've got Chuck McDonald. I've got Dustin Belt. Houston came in P2. I think we have to talk to Dustin since he is the Victory Lane sponsor.
Yes, we do.
Hey, Dustin, this is Tommy up in the booth. You got a read on me?
Yeah, you buddy.
What's it like being a part of the racetrack that sponsored the Victory Lane for the guy that beat you?
Not as good as it would have been if I could have won.
Well, we were certainly pulling for you. You ran a heck of a race. What was it like there at the end? You had a little bit of gap between you and first.
Wait.
Yep. Yeah.
Retract your statement and ask him or tell him welcome to.
Welcome to
I know
Where are we
Randy's
at?
going with this.
Where are we at?
the Michigan.
No. Welcome to the Murray County Speedway Victory Lane post-race show.
I just wanted you to say it because you say it better.
By the way, Dustin, first thing we got to let you know is you want a back talk shirt.
Yeah, my wife was kind of filling me in on that. I'm hoping somebody else got it instead, because I think I already got one coming.
Yeah. Andy pulled an audible, and we removed you from that victory. And then you didn't win anything after that, but your wife won the thing that I wanted.
Yeah, I think I kind of heard that when I was listening to it after the race here. She wants some barbecue sauce, back barbecue sauce.
Yes, and you
Back
weren't there.
barbecue gift pack. We didn't say sauce. We said gift pack.
Oh yeah, but she was really excited when she heard it. She was pumping her fist pretty hard.
It's good stuff. Wait till you
So,
see what's coming for you.
So we never said what was in it. What's in that back barbecue gift set?
That is a surprise.
Oh, I love surprises. Janelle loves surprises too.
We fully expect some pictures so that we can see what you're
Yes,
enjoying. I've sampled the back barbecue. It's some good stuff.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yes, there is.
No, the race was a fun time tonight. I was really hoping for not that last caution not to come out, because Ryan had his little hiccup on pit road speeding, so it was Blair, Bob, and me setting 1, 2, 3, and that last run, the run we had, I was actually catching them at the end of the run, so I think I might have had a chance to go for the win there. But all in all, it was a good race. We had a good time. It's all for the nature trail and all that, and that's why we do this stuff. Glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we appreciate you being a part of it. We appreciate your family making some donations. Now, I know you're on the podcast with Andy that we plugged a couple times here. We actually have a guest host from another podcast I'll be on tomorrow night where they do this bracket style film elimination thing, narrowing down the best film in a category. Are you tuning in to their thing tomorrow night to see if Days of Thunder wins at all?
Oh, definitely, I will be. But I was really hoping that Six Pack would be on it, 'cause that's a good movie as well. But Days of Thunder, they're all good movies. You talked
I'm
about
taking
these.
all the suggestions from all the racers for the next list.
There you go. No, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, listening to you talk about Tommy the last couple of days when we've been on Monday night when we were streaming, it sounds like a great show. I can't wait to watch it tomorrow night.
For sure, and I actually thought you had one of the slickest paint schemes out there tonight.
Yeah, that was actually a gift from where we did the Iconic series from a racer up in the booth. Chuck McDonald did that up for me, surprised me with it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Great
great looking paint scheme. Those offset racing stripes set on the driver's side, they looked incredible.
Yeah, that's slick as hell.
Thank you. Like I said, all credit goes to Chuck McDonald on that. He did a great job on it.
Yeah, big shout out to Chuck. Congratulations on P2. Sorry you weren't home to take home that checkered flag tonight, but at least your wife can treat you to some good barbecue.
P2 is just like a win for me. I consider myself a top 10 racer, so P2 is a win in my book.
So since you got to P2, I got to ask a question. What do you eat for breakfast?
To be honest, nothing. Get up and go to work.
Well, maybe if you ate a little something, you would have gotten to first place.
Yeah, I needed my Wheaties this morning.
The new breakfast of champions. Nothing.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. No more Wheaties. As Film Heat says in the chat, step over Wheaties. It's now Cinnamon Toast
Well, if that's
Crunch.
the case, we better go with some Fruity Pebbles.
Nothing. The breakfast of runner-up.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, like I said, this race is just for the Nature Trail and Autism Awareness Month. Glad to be a part of it. Thanks for BACC Charities putting this on. Can't say much more about it. It was a fun night.
Absolutely. We appreciate everything you've done, not just for TDI, but for this event in particular. You have a good night, Dustin. Congratulations on P2. And you're in the running for the grand prize, which you won't get to hear me say. I'm going to go ahead and get him sorted back to the drivers because we do have a grand prize to give away.
Yeah, I'm going to go through the chat one more time here.
I made sure I donated.
Janelle Valdusen, way to go, Dustin. Sharon O'Neill, congratulations, Shelton. Shout out to Jim and Jay for having top 10 finishes. Thank you for my Richard Petty mug. I will drink tea in it. You guys did a great job broadcasting tonight. Well, thank you, Sharon. We appreciate that. Dustin, great race. That was fun. Jim Downham, thanks, Sister Sookie. It was hard race, but never give up. Jay Downham, great race, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
I have sorted back everyone who raced in this event to the wheel. I have nothing but
Striker
drivers.
Motorsports. Great race out there. It was a blast, and thank you for broadcasting it. Okay, yes, go ahead.
I've got all the drivers back on the wheel for the grand prize, the admin box, quality, USB device.
Is that all that's
multiple
left?
Buttons on it. It's the grand prize. All the drivers are back on the wheel. We're going to spin this wheel and see which of the drivers will get to take this home. I'm spinning it, and I'm actually going to stand up so you can hear it.
No, we didn't hear much of that.
Did you hear it? Greg
Sure.
Brazo.
Wow, great. Why do I have to ship all this stuff up there?
He won the first prize. He won the last prize. Greg, if you're out there listening, we need a donation for the shipping. Shipping to Canada is tricky financially.
Greg will
But-
love that, though. And
Yeah, congratulations, the admin box from adminbox.com. Top-notch product, tons of buttons, easy to use. You're going to have a blast with it. And he also won the Davey Allison model car, the first prize we gave away. I wonder if we could get adminbox.com to give him a Davey Allison.
so, how many people?
button
How many
box.
people were left? How many people were left that did not get a prize?
We had 4 by the end of the wheel spinning before I brought the drivers back.
Well, we appreciate them donating. Of course, it's not about the prizes, but how about some TDR or back talk T-shirts for those 4?
I'm sure we can work that out. I've got the full list of who donated, and I've got a full list of who won prizes. We can figure out who the 4 were that weren't, and if we've got some extra stuff to give away to them, we'll go ahead and do it.
We can do that. Because we
So
appreciate
everyone-
everybody who has donated. It's so far a very successful drive for the Autism Nature Trail. At last count, we were up around the $400 mark. Of course, we have a. I guess we're partnering tomorrow, correct, Argo?
Absolutely.
So
Tomorrow
we'll have
night?
that.
At 8:30 on twitch.tv/filmheat, we're going to have Tommy up in the booth in our booth.
I'm excited.
So you got Tommy up there. We'll be talking race movies. Make sure we tune in for that one. Before we get out of here, though, we do have a special guest from Orlando in the booth.
See, I thought I saw him run by in the studio earlier, and I was like, nobody has ears that big.
I know. I thought it was just a shadow, but it wasn't. Because it wasn't wrong. But are you there, buddy?
What's going on, fellas?
Oh, there he is.
Jeez. I wasn't expecting it to be so loud.
Mickey
I'm
is
sorry,
here.
I'm sorry there, buddy.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey, what do you have to say about this fantastic charity event that we just ran?
Unfortunately, I missed it. I was actually picking up a buddy of mine's son because he couldn't make the trip out there because of work. I had to take him to his grandparents' house. So, unfortunately, I missed it. I was hoping to get back in here and, catch the last bit of it.
Well, that's a
But,
shame. You have to do all the carpool and Minnie doesn't do anything.
No, Minnie's out with her friend.
Oh, typical woman. Just kidding. I'm kidding, Sharon. Sharon, don't yell at me.
No,
No.
Minnie's hanging out with Daisy.
Well, there you go. So special guest.
Mickey, you've been in a lot of movies. Are you tuning in for the movie bracket elimination tomorrow for the racing movies? I know you like racing. I've seen the Mickey Mouse Hot Rod show y'all do.
Oh yes, most definitely. I did see the list though, because I actually started following Film Heat on Spotify, so I will be getting into those episodes, starting next week when I go back to work.
I believe a friend of yours, and if he's available, we'd like to talk to him. But Brad, your friend Brad, quite enjoyed Back Talk.
Yeah, let me get it 1 second. Hey, idiot!
That was rude of Mickey. God.
Yeah, it was.
So your Mickey's now following Film Heat. So Brad, is that next thing you're gonna pick up now that you've finished your Back Talk? Or you're up to date, I should say, on Back Talk.
Well, yeah, for some reason he likes to use my Spotify. I don't know why he gave him the password.
Brad, I want you to hang out a minute because there is one other driver that we do need to speak to before we get out of here too, and that's Robert Cochran, who ran a fantastic race tonight. Tommy, if you could try get Robert dialed up for us, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'll see if he's still got his radio on. And they run a password kind of hard to get into. But let me see. Put in all the numbers right here. I should be able to get him here. I think I got it. Robert, Tommy up in the booth. You got a read on us?
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
Hey man, heck of a race. We got your buddy Brad Hunt up here.
Hey, Brad.
What's going on?
Robert, you ran an excellent race tonight. Being able to hold, I'm guessing the first round of pit stops you did not pit or took 2 tires.
2 tires.
And you were able to hold up with those guys running like that, and you were running a fantastic race. Talk us through that.
Yeah, so when we came in pit, I took 2 tires, and the car was absolutely handled. It was so easy to drive. I don't know if they were just racing hard, Blair and Ryan, but it was so easy to drive behind them. I mean, it was crazy. And then I think everyone took 2 tires after that. So
yeah, I mean, you made the right call, and you raced hard while you were in the front.
right.
You didn't make it easy for them. Up until I think Shelton cut your nose off was kind of the point where you were holding them back.
And I have to ask, how did you feel about that? Because I was hot about it, and I wasn't.
You there, Tommy?
Hey, you got a read on me?
Yeah, I do.
You cut
I was
out,
asking-
Tommy.
How did you feel about that slide job? Because I wasn't even in your car, and I was upset about it. I don't think I would have been able to keep a cool head in that situation.
Well, it's funny that you say that because he slid up in front of me and it didn't bother me. I had a feeling he was going to come up. I think there's a little draft situation in there. He was just trying to get around Blair. But I'm pretty sure I did a slide job on Ryan. So, yeah, I did do one on Ryan because I remember him discussing it with me during the race.
So it didn't bother you, but you're glad you were able to do it back.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So now that Tommy didn't do it, I'll ask. Maybe Argo will remember. Argo, would you like to welcome him to where we are?
Welcome to the Murray County Victory Lane.
He did a better job than I did.
Yes, he did, and better job than you will ever do.
You just record that, you can have that forever.
Well, he's a professional. I'm
Yep.
not.
So Robert, while we have you here,
Yeah.
tomorrow is the podcast by Film Heat about the about racing movies, bracketed style, elimination chat about the best racing movies. So, what's your input as far as what's your favorite racing movie?
Is it any racing?
Any racing movie.
Oh, by far, Ford versus Ferrari.
That's
Wasn't
a
even
good
on the
one.
list. Take notes,
I'm
Argo.
taking suggestions.
That is a good one, and one that I thought should have been on the list too. So maybe you'll have show 2, and then you're gonna have to do something about the battle of the winners, and
Yeah, there's
so what?
definitely.
So what's better? So you find that far better than Days of Thunder?
Yes. Yes.
Well, it was said here.
Listen, you gotta remember, I'm older, so I'm into the history of racing. So if we want to go even further back, I like the old movies where those NASCAR guys used to run moonshine and then race on Sunday.
Please send me links to all those movies.
I have to find it. I think it's called White Lightning.
I would love to watch that. I'm a big stock car fan. I love the roots of it. I would love to see something that's not like a cheesy documentary about that. I would love to see a dramatized movie about how it evolved into what it is now.
Right. I gotta look. I think it's called White Lightning. I'm not guaranteed, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Well, 2 of our movies are from the 70s tomorrow. We got the original Gumball Rally and Death Race 2000.
Yeah, you guys, they did bring some old school stuff, and I definitely think we'll have to have a second, quote, burning rubber bracket over there at Film Heat. I think there's enough demand over from the racing market to maybe dictate another episode.
Yeah, and
I'd love
probably
to do
back
Burn
once they're done, Back Talk's probably gonna have a whole conversation about how they were completely wrong on their stuff. Anyway,
Well, maybe we put some Film Heat guys on Back Talk and put some Back Talk guys on Film Heat and just start.
This sounds great.
Podcast swapping.
Sounds awesome.
This sounds great.
It's how you build an audience, isn't it?
I think it could be a great time. I think a bunch of guys hanging out, enjoying what we all love, and just talking about it. And that's what BACC Charities is all about. These non-toxic communities, helping with fundraisers like we're doing tonight for the Autism Trail up there in Letchworth. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what this event was all about. Our future events. However, we work together with Film Heat. Big shout out to Film Heat also for hosting that sister event to help raise a little extra funds. And Andy, how can they go to Twitter and help you guys spend an extra $100?
Yeah, I mean, all them drivers that didn't hear that during the broadcast, go to Twitter, follow Back Talk. We have a tweet out there about tonight's race and about tonight's event. All you have to do is follow Back Talk, retweet it, that tweet. We get 10 retweets, 10 follows. It's $100 to the Autism Nature Trail.
Yep. And as we get ready to say goodnight to everyone, they'll keep me in the loop while I'm in the booth tomorrow night with Film Heat doing their bracket elimination movie for the 6 racing movies they've selected. If we do hit that goal during that event, I'll make the announcement and we'll get another $100 in the pot for the park up there in Letchworth.
Absolutely,
Hey, I'd like to say one thing before I leave.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to know my secret of doing well tonight?
Yes.
I have my Better Than Hebert shirt on.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Upside Down Hebert from Back Sports signing off. No, but seriously, Brad, thank you for coming in and letting us listen to Mickey Mouse. I don't know why you guys are roommates nowadays. I guess he's on hard times, what with all the politics. But always a pleasure to hear from Mickey. Robert, heck of a race tonight. Andy, as always, a pleasure being with you in the booth. Argo, appreciate you having me on your show tomorrow night. Again, guys, that's twitch.tv/Film Heat at 8:30 p.m. East, where we narrow down some racing movies. Final thoughts from you guys up here in the booth?
Go ahead, Argo.
I'm just glad to be here. This was great. I can't wait to do it again sometime.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear, and I'm sure if we do another a Film Heat racing themed thing, we'll sure to tie it into something we're doing over here at BACC Sports for sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Robert, final thoughts, man. Had a good race, didn't pull home the W. What's it like being out there with TDR week in, week out, the Veterans League? What does this mean to you? Events like this.
This is awesome. You know, raising money for charities is one of the things that I do a lot of nowadays. And being part of TDR and the Events League, you know, this is a great group of guys, and I really enjoy being here, and I enjoy running with you guys. It's good, clean racing, respectful, and it's all about charity.
Absolutely.
Giving back, man.
Yep, 100%.
Nothing better. There's no better feeling than giving out.
I've said it before and I've said it again. If you're able, if you've been so fortunate to be able to provide for your community, help us give back with BACC. Bradley Hunt or Mickey, I'm not sure who's wearing the cans and the talking stick. Do you have any final thoughts?
I mean, I think it's gonna be fun. I'm actually on Twitch right now trying to find the.
Awesome.
I actually just found Film Heat, so.
Awesome. Well, make sure to hit the like and follow if you're interested in what they do. Like I said, we may be melding some of the podcast community, some of the members. We'll see what goes on in the future. We appreciate you chiming in. We appreciate you letting Mickey say some words to us. Andy, I've been signing off the Vets League without you, my previous partner in crime up here in the booth. I'm going to let you send the home tonight.
All right, sounds good. Hey, everybody, thank you so much, first of all, for tuning in and supporting this event, right? Everybody who tuned in tonight is supporting the Autism Nature Trail. It is Autism Awareness Month, something that obviously hits home for the whole family, the TDR family. Hits home personally for me. I shared that earlier with everybody, something I've never actually shared with the group before. But I appreciate everybody tuning in, your support, your donations, your chat, and all of that. Let's raise some more money. Head over to Twitter, right? Head over to Twitter. Follow BACC Talk, BACC Talk. Follow BACC Talk. Retweet our tweet about tonight's race. And we will donate another $100. We're going to keep that open till tomorrow at the end of the Film Heat podcast. Please, everybody, tune into that if you're able, if you're available. It's it's twitch.filmheat. Is that correct, Argo?
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/Film Heat.
You got to teach these old farts. These old farts will learn about the modern Twitch stuff.
Yeah. So it's that's on Twitch tomorrow. I also understand we can find Film Heat wherever podcasts are available. Is that correct, Argo?
Exactly, anywhere, just like you guys.
Absolutely,
So,
that's the best way.
You can tune in tomorrow for sure to the live broadcast and give your input about the racing movies. But go ahead and find them on anywhere you like to download your podcast from, and listen to their other episodes that they have out about other movies and whatever they're talking about out there. Check them out. They've been an awesome supporter of us, supporter of BACC Charities. I appreciate everything that they have done to support this event.
For sure.
Shout out.
And before you sign it out, we got to have one last shout out to the YouTube chat. Debbie Hicks, Tyler's mom, finally weighed in on the YouTube. I know she's been watching the whole race. And she wants to thank all of us who participated in the race tonight to benefit the ANT, which I presume means Autism Nature Trail. All who participated are greatly appreciated. Congratulations to the podium winners, all the drivers, and the donators who won prizes.
Yeah, and Debbie, you're a prize winner.
Debbie got herself a prize. She knows what it is.
So yeah, and that's what tonight was about, right? It's about the Autism Nature Trail, Letchworth, right? Letchworth State Park in New York. 15 minutes from Tyler, guys. And this group was built around Tyler. So once again, just autism awareness hits home for this group. It's home for me. You can go back and watch the broadcast and understand why I don't want. I'm not gonna bring it up again, but yeah, it's been a great night. And Tommy, man, I've missed this, brother. Like
I do. It's fun. Like I've been in the booth a lot on Mondays. It's great to be back with the Andy, the original, the dynamic duo. Right. It's been a great time. I hope to see you in the booth more often.
Yeah, and Tommy and I got to get together more often and do our broadcasts, right? Because
as time allows.
Life happens, and life has happened since COVID decided to disappear off the face of the earth. Life has happened again, and we're busier and busier, and that's just the way things go. But everybody who's tuned in tonight, thank you so much. Again, head over to BACC Talk on Twitter, retweet our tweet about tonight's race, as well as follow us. 10 retweets, 10 follows, and we will donate $100 to the Autism Nature Trail. On that, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank you to all the drivers. Thank you. Biggest thank you is to the donators, of course. Thank you. We've got a good number so far. Hopefully we continue that tomorrow with Film Heat and their live broadcast. So thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. Thank you to all the drivers. On that note, we'll see you soon. Wow.
It's
Nice.
so hard doing the broadcast voice and the theme for that long.
What was long? The broadcast was long?
I mean, it was long. It was like usually it's like an hour for the vets. That was like a 2-hour broadcast. Argo is probably like, y'all do this for this long?
Our show's like 3 hours long.
Oh man.